Yo, it's your boy. All right, I seen this while scrolling, right? And it's basically James Gunn explaining how John Cena is a fantastic actor, right? Right, I was reading it. I was reading it. The immediate thought in my head when I read this was, out of all, right, the top stars of WWE, wrestlers turned actors, right? You know, although you can say, all wrestlers are actors at the end of the day, right? That isn't the point I'm making here, though. The point I'm making here is, out of all the successful people that come out of wrestling, right? I'm talking about your Hulk Hogan, right? Roddy Piper, Macho Man, even The Rock. It's definitely safe to say John Cena has surpassed all of them. I mean, every single one of them leaps and bounds, right? If you really, really think about it, John Cena is in the position, right, with him having his own TV show, leading man roles, you know, hosting commercials. John Cena is everywhere. And it's probably definitely, I I think, you know, especially now, this is probably the position that The Rock wanted to be in, right? Like, let's really think about it. John Cena started off, right, doing small roles and worked his way up, right? But the difference between John and Dwayne, although Dwayne, Dwayne, great actor, great guy, I'm sure of it, right? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? You can't really hate him, but you can critique him, right? So when I say this, it's probably definitely safe to say, John works, right? John works because, one, he's willing to be the bad guy. He's willing to take on those roles that The Rock isn't gonna, right? Macho Man isn't gonna take. Roddy Piper isn't gonna take. Or even Hulk Hogan are gonna take some of these roles that John Cena has put himself in. That's why I believe John is in a better position than The Rock is, right? Not saying Rock isn't successful, right? Or he doesn't owe me, but in the grand scheme of things, who is more successful, The Rock or John? Right? What separates John from The Rock is not going to play, or not going to be the loser. He's not going to be weaker than somebody. He's he's not going to be the team player. It's Rock or nothing. This is why I think Black Adam fell. The Black Adam fell just for the simple reason The Rock could not be The Rock. No matter what movie, if it doesn't even have to be Black Adam. I just use this as an example. We could even talk Jumanji, Tooth Fairy, whatever. The Rock cannot stop being The Rock. Like, no matter what he does, he's The Rock. He's nothing else but The Rock. That's why John is better, though, because John isn't going to be John Cena. John Cena is going to give you a character. He's going to do whatever is of it that character. He doesn't care if the character is weak, loses a crackhead, whatever, different sexuality, what he believes. He knows that he's an actor, he's playing a character, and this doesn't affect his other business careers, and that's what makes John Cena just better. Just overall better. The fact that John can actually do character work and is not afraid to lose or be undermined, put under. And, John has always been like that ever since he was been in the WWE. I mean, probably not in his early age, but he did not care about being beaten. But I say all that, right, to basically say, James is very true when he says John Cena is fantastic, because he's willing to work. He's willing to put the work in, the time, the effort to really give the audience what they want, and you can't knock him on that. I you can't hope but to just like want to support him. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? You know, with everything I just said about John Cena and him being a wonderful actor compared to everyone who's had that opportunity outside of WWE be presented to him, he's by far the most successful one. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I want to know what's your thoughts on John Cena or any wrestler turned actor at that. Let me know.